This is war. This is war out of nowhere. This is gone. So much at stake. Nothing's right by the gate. This is war. RPG and its mouth. Fuck our soul, tearing it out. Through the same to slap down, same results. Dynamite collision too many films and shows for you to figure out what you like every week. Week to week, same result. We are told to shut our mouth. No more lies thrown in your eye. We're all together. This is war. This is war out of nowhere. One love stole our song, but this is war. The original out of nowhere. This is war, out of nowhere. One lost to our song, but this is war. The original, out of nowhere. This is war, out of nowhere. This is war. This is war out of nowhere. This is gone. So much at stake. Nothing's right by the gate. This is war. RPG and its mouth. Fuck our soul, tearing it out. Through the same to slap down, same results. Dynamite collision too many films and shows for you to figure out what you like every week. Week to week, same result. We are told to shut our mouth. No more lies thrown in your eye. We're all together. This is war. This is war. This is war out of nowhere. One love stole our song, but this is war. The original out of nowhere.
Okay.
This is war, out of nowhere. One lost to our song, but this is war, the original.
What's up, everybody? Wednesday night, AEW's not over. There's a beautiful promo for Brian Danielson right now that we're not seeing, but it looks like a fantastic promo of, a whole bunch of clips from, AEW, Ring of Honor, Indies, Japan, tons of stuff. Obviously, they don't have any WWE clips on the package, which obviously you would do that if you could do it, but can't. But great clip either way. What a beautiful build video. Probably watch it later, watch it back. Now, I haven't been listening too much to AEW, but I've been watching it, if that makes any sense. Like, I've been watching a lot of it. I listened to some of it, but I haven't heard yet if they've announced that this big announcement is happening tonight. I don't know if this is happening tonight or this is happening at Wembley Stadium or it's an announcement about an announcement. I don't know that yet. Maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe you guys know.
It's tonight.
It is tonight. Okay, so we're going to find out with you live here in a few minutes.
They're supposed to close the show with Tony Khan from what I've last read. I mean, why else they wouldn't have that?
Well, I didn't read it. I just read it's imminent or it's incoming, and I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming it.
You know exactly what it means.
It means, so you think, so here's my thing. What if tonight, what if they just announced that there's a big announcement for Wembley? What if that's what's about to happen?
I can see that happening.
Like somebody comes
you never
out.
know with Tony Khan, he's not good at announcements. Just like Danielson's not great at live promos. What's he going to do? Talk about his broken neck some more? How he needs surgery? Yeah, sell that match, buddy.
Well, we're anticipating what's going to happen here. We're waiting to see. I don't know what's going to happen here. I'm assuming. Well, and here's the other thing. It's not the go-home show, and I thought.
No, next week. They're going for the feels with this one. They got the Green Day, the old ROH clips,
But they're really going to announce this announcement
this.
tonight, you think?
I think so. I mean, what are they going to close the show out with? They've got 7 minutes left. They're not going to have a match, and who else is there to come out? I don't think Swerve or Bryan are coming out, so something's got to happen big.
Well,
They just announced that FTR and the Acclaimed are going to face each other on Collision. The winner faces the Young Bucks at All In. Do you really want to see either of those teams face the Young Bucks again? I was like, just get it over with tonight. But you knew it was going to turn into a triple threat. I mean, what else are those guys going to do?
One of the most boring people ever is coming out, Wheeler Yuta, so I don't think we're going to get this announcement that we're talking about.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I have no idea.
Why is he out here? He looks like he's ready to have a match.
He could. Yeah.
Is there a run over? So there's nothing. So see, this announcement is next week probably then.
Okay.
Or not. Or why would you say it's imminent? It's the TV deal announcement that's going to come on like a Tuesday. That's what it is.
That has to be it then, because I was assuming they meant tonight by the way you said imminent, you know?
Yeah.
It certainly seemed that way.
I mean, he's a fucking idiot. Like at this point, like, what are you doing?
Oh, I forgot. They're supposed to have each one of their guys face off and bullshit.
So there's only 6 minutes left. Nobody cares about this anyway, so...
Yeah, there's going to be an overrun, but this is what they're having to close out AEW Dynamite. And see, this has been a tale of two shows tonight. It's very two-headed monster, because some things have been really, really good and make so much sense and are logical and well-booked. And then there's a lot of the other stuff. I'm sorry, but the women need so much work. Mercedes opened the show. She had a very short match with Hikaru Shida. It was extremely sloppy. Then
I thought you were talking about work. Like they need some like boob jobs and stuff like that.
No cosmetics needed here. They just need to learn how to actually sell wrestling. So what happens is they play her music. So Camille goes over to the stage to
weird.
Intercept.
Yeah.
But then she doesn't appear anywhere.
Right.
And, you got Mercedes looking around, and then she never turns around. Finally, you hear all the cheering, so Britt's coming from behind her. Britt stands on the ring after making her way through the crowd. Why was she not already there, ready to pounce? Makes no sense. So they draw it out, and then makes Mercedes look like the biggest idiot ever by not turning around. Then she puts the glove on. They see each other. They weren't supposed to see each other, but she couldn't fake it anymore. And they do this ridiculous kind of like tussle. She goes to give her the jawbreaker, whatever, and they went out.
Lockjaw.
Yeah, nah.
And then the way she rolled in the ring to pull her back out of the ring was weird too.
Yeah, but Camille, why wouldn't she just attack her instead of trying to just get Mercedes out of there? The 2-on-1. A lot of it just all of it just weirdly booked for the women. Wasn't a great thing. It wasn't the worst ever, but just doesn't sell that match. They're having a hard time. I was excited for the match 3 weeks ago. Somehow they always do this. They always manage to fuck it up. They brought up the suspension, which made no sense. Then this crap. So it just keeps getting worse. So
it does. It's not great, but I mean, we'll see how long this goes on for. Wheeler Yuta into the stairs. Sorry, but they're still wrestling right now. Oh my God! Jerk me off. Whoa! The thunder! Oh yeah!
It's gonna take a Superman to sweep me off my feet.
Oh man, it's Z-Pain!
I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night. And he's gotta be strong and he's gotta be fast.
Pain.
He's gotta be fresh from the fight. I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the morning light. And he's gotta be sure, he's gotta be soon. He's gotta be larger than life.
My God!
Larger than life.
I don't think there's any more liquids left in the Sandman.
Let's get it poppin', boys.
Let's get it poppin', Z-Pain. Thank you, Z-Pain, for $40. Birthday a couple of nights ago.
God damn, Taz said he's not soft. Z-Pain is not soft. That's for damn sure.
Taz's son sucks on the mic. I mean, we know that, but I mean,
Hook's
good
never
Lord.
been great on the mic, and that just sounded ridiculous.
That was his best one, though. It was his, like, he had to think of all that was.
That's his best. That's saying a lot, sadly. I like Hook too, but don't let him speak, please. Just let him eat the fucking potato chips. Let him suplex people, choke them out, and eat potato chips. That's it.
Yep, that's
Perfect.
it. You're giving him a mouthpiece.
Does not need to talk. No, he doesn't need a mouthpiece. Just eat fucking chips and suplex people. What more do you need to do?
I was dying. I was actually having anxiety. Whenever he has a promo, I get nervous and embarrassed. Like, I'm like, oh no, because
you feel him sweating internally as he starts to just murmur words out of his mouth.
Yeah.
I will say though, Mariah May cut a great promo. She went ahead and my God, I know she said words. I don't know what a word of what she said, but it was a great promo. I'll tell you that.
Really? I missed it. So I can't tell.
I would give it a D rating or a double D, excuse me. Either way.
Oh. Well, that for her, that's
fantastic
good.
promo. I mean, I'm telling you, Joe, superb.
Well, I mean, she gets that's a passing.
I'm trying to check back and forth on AEW. I'm kind of looking between the match and whatnot and seeing Bryan Danielson trying to get the crowd hyped up as Swerve just slapping the shit out of Wheeler Yuta. Quite embarrassing. But they did have tonight an amazing triple threat. God damn, this was good. Kyle O'Reilly, Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong. I was hoping Roderick won. I wish this was for a number one contendership spot, not the number one spot in the Casino Gauntlet match at All In. It really felt like a very anticlimactic thing to, hand out as a prize, but whatever. At least there was a reason for them having the match. So
yeah.
I
right
like
now.
how you saw the rest of the Undisputed Kingdom come out, try to interfere. Chair gets put in the ring, and that leads to the spot with Orange Cassidy sitting down. Mark Briscoe jumps off the chair. Like, it made sense though. It worked. It wasn't like they brought, somebody else brought the chair in. It didn't get used, and they just kept doing things to advance it further. So it was pretty cool in that regard. Usually when they bring in furniture, it goes to hell. But this had some really great spots. And then right at the end, O'Reilly goes for the submissions move on Roderick. And then all of a sudden, Orange Cassidy out of nowhere gets the pin in the 3 count. And you're like, what? Really? Just a quick little roll-up. So they shook hands. There's still some sportsmanship left in the conglomeration, but awesome triple threat. Really good. Play that back again any point in time. Make it for a belt. Let's do that. That's kind of the funniest thing, and I've said this to many people, that the Undisputed Era was the easiest slam dunk to book on the main roster.
Right.
How Vince fucked that up and lost all 4 of them. I mean, fuck Bobby Fish. Fish could fry fish if he could fry fish. Tell me if I'm lying. But, I mean, as far as Roderick, O'Reilly, and Adam Cole go, you had money in all of them. And he wanted to turn Adam Cole into a manager and was just going to let the rest of them go anyways. So, this was the easiest slam dunk. When he had Adam Cole come up on that SmackDown where he beat Daniel Bryan, at that point in time,
right?
It was like, oh my God, NXT is made. And I wonder if COVID didn't happen, we would have seen more of that, because they were really building up NXT.
Who is the world champion, or what was AJ Styles doing at that time?
Yeah, my brain. Somebody in the chat will tell us.
Somebody let me know, because I really think it would have been...
AJ faced The Undertaker that year at the Boneyard match.
Okay. So right after that...
Because that was the COVID mania stuff, and
I might have booked...
the biggest fan in the world.
I mean, I would have think logically it would have been like, yo... Oh, by the way, guys, I'm sorry that my video resolution is not good tonight. I set the settings wrong, and the only way to fix it would be to, turn off the stream for, a half a second, which would kind of mess things up, so... If you're watching, let me watching the stream and you're like, why is the quality look kind of crunchy? It's because I said it wrong.
You look great. I'll give you that much.
Well, I look good on Discord.
I need a filter, but... No, I'm watching the stream. I have you on this monitor. So.
Well, I'm a little...
This way I have the chat up.
You just can't see my...
Boulevard. We got
I just
Alex
don't look that great.
Others.
Sorry about that, guys. But, no, Adam Cole versus AJ Styles should have been an open...
There were so many things. I mean, that Survivor Series when NXT beat everybody and won overall Survivor Series, I was like, wow, that's so big. They're building towards something. And then we saw more NXT talent featured in the Rumble, and then COVID. So I really don't know what would have happened going forward. I mean, it is interesting, but there were so many people from NXT that just went to the main roster and were ruined. Absolutely ruined. And now you see people come up and it's the other way around, but I can hardly think of anyone that really benefited from graduating from NXT University. So nowadays it's a different story. But back then, I mean, Vince would give you a new nickname, make you wear some goofy outfit, and threw you out in some team name. It was always some crazy bullshit. That
not everybody, but almost everybody was ruined. But even Shinsuke, they tried, but they tweaked him enough that it threw it off. Owens, they were Kevin Owens is one, maybe like Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens. Like, who else are people? I mean, I guess Rollins got the benefit of being already pitched to be in a group coming up, so that worked out. But anybody who was just going to come up as whatever their NXT character was in trouble, except for, a few people.
And even then, they still got screwed over somehow. Even Finn Balor, I mean, he got broken, but regardless, there was a lot of people that they just didn't have the same vision for.
It's bad luck, and then it's patience too. It's like Vince don't have patience. Like you bring someone.
I have bad luck. They had Vince McMahon syndrome. Big difference.
He's like, oh, you're not ready to go. You got injured. Oh, let's change your character. What? We haven't even tried to do the thing that worked over there that could work here. What do you mean? What the fuck?
Yeah, they gave up after 3 weeks every time, and
it's like,
I don't know. Just regardless, no matter who he called up, they ruined them just in terrific fashion repeatedly.
And I think some of it is like he was like, Adam Rose didn't work. But I mean, like, what, you could do that with Vince wanted to call up people to be weird roles or different roles. You can do that with the lower end roster of NXT that hasn't already formulated something that's working. Like, I would think that would be okay, but you can't call up somebody who's like just was the NXT champion. They sold out a 16,000 arena in a title match, and the fans are chanting him. They're downloading his music. They're loving something about it.
Oh, yeah.
Why would you change that?
They do that all the time, though, at that era, that point in time. And even the Shields were not going to be what they were. We heard that. If Punk was not fighting for them backstage to keep himself in a safe and relevant state, he's like, if they lose, then what's the point of me keeping them around kind of attitude? And he fought for them to be something special until he had to face all three of them. And he didn't want to do that, and he argued and argued and argued. He didn't want to beat them. But
what the fuck
things like that.
What am I looking at, Jake?
What?
Why does Batman have an erection?
Now you notice? He's been bananaed for quite a while. I mean, I just had to go ahead and put out the banana signal,
What the hell kind of pervert are you?
Well, Z-Pain got me going. I got a gigantic bottle of lube and a few energy drinks.
Because Bernard Scott in the chat said, holy banana bat, Jake. But I mean, that looks like a banana. That looks like a bat cock, to be honest.
The banana's just coming right through,
Jesus.
Told me to eat some fruit.
Dude, that thing will explode all over you, I have a feeling.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, if we didn't have this show tonight, I was going to drive off a fucking bridge. So thankfully, we're here reviewing shit, hanging out with everybody. Thank you, Z-Pain, for
because you're dreaming about cocks.
Strong. Well, no, it's just one of those days. I don't think there's much more that can go wrong. If I wanted cock, that's easy. I'm still the best in 3 counties. No teeth.
I like that. I had a weird last couple of days. I've been off the grid basically, but I will say that earlier today, for a couple of hours, I played Diablo 4, and boy, let me tell you something. I was trying to just unwind and whatever. That game does not let you unwind. It's fucking enraging to play that. Like, it's just so much shit. Like,
that's why I stopped at the first season with the heart cages and all that crap for, it only got worse progressively. Yeah.
I didn't know you played
initially when it came out. Yeah.
No, listen,
but
it's one of those things where it's like, I'm playing and I'm like, this is so fun. This is so cool. And then like a few hours, like a little while later,
every
you're
little
like,
thing
fuck,
hits you.
Fuck this game. like this is
all this time. And what have I got?
Yeah. Like, dude, I don't think, Daniel Bryan just got kicked right in the head. I'm trying to think of like games that do that, but I really no game does that and then it's like you realize, but then you also are starting getting angry because you realize you don't have the time you need to put into the game, like to actually fucking.
It's totally different nowadays, and it's like all the people that argued for the hardcore status of things, but when you want to go ahead and have that passive sense, people get angry. It's funny, just the way the ebb and flow of such goes.
I think I need the arcade style of D3, the Diablo. Even Diablo 3 for many people is too much, but I mean, I think it's a good, fun arcade style. But like, yeah, I just
for a while everything was, just fast action packed, Call of Duty-esque. You get in 10 minutes, get out, that kind of thing. Whether it was multiplayer, first person shooter, everything in that genre. Even like Madden, it was you get in, you play a game, you get out.
Yep.
And now you have a lot of story-driven narratives, so people are spending a lot more time invested in,
I won't do that. Yeah, it's a story game,
and it's hard to. Yeah, that's the thing is it's difficult if you don't have the time. It's almost next level impossible. So yeah, no surprise announcement, nothing there. Just Swerve, Nana dancing.
There's no announcement. So all day Tony Khan, like, the announcement is imminent. For what? For the TV deal? Is it happening? What a weird fuck he is, bro. Just like, the announcement is imminent. That sounds like it's like a cue to get you to watch the show tonight.
I wish I could have asked him what the hell's up with this.
I wish I could ask him
things about me and bananas.
I want to ask him how many whores he can fit on his plane. I think all the bitches over there are fighting over the plane with Tony, his private jet.
17, actually.
Yeah? I think it's...
No, he knows. 17.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about ages of girls he likes.
No. Number. Yeah.
Oh.
Number of girls in the jet, plus the pilot.
Okay.
Yeah, the cocaine, and because you got to offset the weight somehow. So they got to be tiny, but... He makes it happen.
He's been teasing this announcement for days, but it wasn't for tonight. So,
but I keep hearing such other things reported about this deal that it goes both ways. AEW is like, "Oh, this is the best deal we've gotten ever. We're so happy," and then you
barely
hear
been around.
Other reports. But then you hear other reports coming out saying like, "Oh, Warner isn't actually happy with AEW's performance. They're very upset with Collision and how that's performed." And so you literally could read both sides on this being reported with facts. So I don't know which way to lean currently, but we'll see what happens. I'm very curious what this deal is going to be.
Well, I have a bigger announcement than Tony Khan since he didn't have one really. I asked AI earlier today to draw me a picture of Shawn Michaels eating dog food in a Best Buy, and this is what I got. So
close enough. Pretty
good.
I mean, you get what you pay for.
His arms are bigger than Shawn's. That does look like Pepper though, kind of in the plate.
Kind of looks like Jericho.
Kind of looks like Jerish Michaels.
Yeah, a little hybrid
with a mix of like somebody bigger, like Lance Archer or somebody in between.
Big Bill, yeah, one of them.
Somebody with a more of a biker look. This
Owen
guy.
Hart.
No, not.
Oh, that's
Owen
a
Hart.
Best Buy sign. I thought it was Owen Hart falling in the background. My glasses are terrible.
Oh my God. But yeah, he's having some dog food right there. Unbelievable. AI is amazing.
Pepper.
Dude, you want to hear something really fucked up? I'm sitting there earlier tonight and I'm like, you know what? Let me have AI write me a story. I'm like, write me a story, AI. Write me a story about, and I said this out loud to the AI. I said, write me a movie script of a man falling into a toilet. And I'm like, what is it going to do? Next thing I see is it starts printing everything out. Intro, bathroom, day. We see a modern, sleek bathroom. The camera focuses on the toilet. A majestic piece of plumbing. Enter Jack, late 30s, a man with an air confidence, but a hint of clumsiness. Jack says to himself, time to face the throne. Jack approaches the toilet, his phone in one hand, scrolling through social media. He sits down, still engrossed in his phone. It's like, what the fuck? And then it cuts.
Quote the Raven, nevermore.
It's like cut to the outside, and then it begins to tell a story of him falling into the toilet with his phone, where he falls into a sewer, and he meets a rat king, a ghost of a plumber, and he finds a mystery device which Jack accidentally activates, revealing a secret underground lab.
Wow, this took a lot of turns. Holy hell! Like, I didn't realize it was going to go that in depth. That's more interesting than the Lemmywinks tale.
Yeah, this might I want to like. What am I reading?
Quick. You must run fast to escape the depths of the gay man's ass, Lemmywinks. Yeah, I sounds like quite the tale of tales, my friend. Jesus,
every time
that took a turn though.
Every time I think about writing a script or writing a short story or things like that, I think about that sort of thing, and then I experience some of this AI stuff, and I just go fuck it. And I feel like AI is over the next 10 years or so. Believe it or not, for stupid people like me and a lot of people that are just like whatever. It's sort of going to be exciting and fun to play with, but for people who are really artistic and creative and like live off of that and like live that life, although I do feel like I'm quite a bit artistic myself, but like it's going to demoralize you into like basically being like, what's the point anymore of anything? I'll write something good, someone will think it's AI. So what's the point in anything? And then you almost like, I'll just give up. So like, I don't know, dude. I'm very concerned about the future. You know, based on how wild, because I already want to write I already want to make this into a story. Like I want to, like you could just make this a story at this point. What I got Gronk to write, I could type this all in and enter it into a video system and have it create the movie of this. It would be, it would get thousands of views on YouTube. I would think. It's so retarded, but like I swear to God, it would do it. Hey, Z Payne, he dropped $40 to start the show tonight. So thank you to Z Payne. He's a top
Starting
dog.
off like a crazy bastard. Absolutely.
AEW Dynamite tonight. What do you think? Is it like around a 5 or out of 10? Or?
I see. That's the thing. Like I said, again, a tale of two shows. I mean, Mina Shirakawa and her great boobs went ahead and did actually do quite well, not picking either Mariah May, or Tony. So maybe she'll play into the finish at All In. We'll see. But besides that, the triple threat was excellent. I didn't care for Hook's promo. At least he tried. But I don't really, I don't know. I was disappointed with the whole ending of the Acclaimed Young Bucks match getting broken up by the FTR guys. I mean, they're supposed to be faces, yet they want to be in the match. And it's just very odd and convoluted. I will say this. Jack Perry, I liked what they did with him tonight. Usually I'm not a fan, but
yeah,
it made sense. That was another thing that was greatly logical. He wanted to kill Darby Allin, like he should. Darby handcuffed him to the cage and let him get just brutalized and forced into a title match at All In. So, it's like he should want to die. He should want to absolutely just murder him and see him bleed. And that's what he tried to do. He pinned him under the garage, brought the gate down on him, grabbed one of the big heavy moving crates, goes to go ahead and slam it on him, and the security stops him. But then he kicks their ass, and he starts to run the crate at Darby, and you're like, oh my God, he's going to... And security stops it at the last second. So not only did it make AEW security look competent, because they saved Darby at the last moment, but it also looked like pure chaos, and like Jack really wanted to kill him. And they made it a coffin match. So no glass involved. I'm excited.
Right. Unless they put glass in the coffin. That'd be funny.
That would be hilarious. Just a big sheet of, plain glass right over the top of it. Let him go through again. Darby loves it. He loves going through glass. So.
Oh yeah, he loves going through anything. He loves bleeding. So yeah, I don't think it was a great show tonight, but it had a couple little things. So I'm gonna give it probably a 5 out of 10.
I'm about a 6 myself. Yeah, I mean, some things were really good. The in-ring action is never usually the problem with AEW. It's the story. I don't care about Swerve's title reign. I want to. I like Swerve. They never did anything to present him as a face. They just made him win the title. So he went from home intrusion baby promo guy to being beloved because he won the title. There was never a pivot in his character where he earned the fans' adulation. It was just, he's the champ now, cheer him. So that was weird. And then the people that he's defended against so far, Ospreay and others, you don't want to cheer against. So again, it puts him in this like negative role of this pseudo heel character. Even though he's being presented as a face, they treat him like the negative. Even though he's winning, they still they put Ospreay over him. They put others over him. And he doesn't feel like the main event of Wembley. That's for goddamn sure. Him and Bryan do not feel like the last match to go on. MJF and Will Ospreay feels like the main event.
Yes. Yep. I agree.
MJF went on an interview spree in the UK. He stopped at all the UK podcasts while he was over, across the pond, and he wrestled in Rev Pro. They showed footage of that tonight. I saw that a couple of days ago. That was really entertaining. Great match, and that had more story to it than Dynamite has for either one of them in a little bit. So that was good. I like seeing that vicious side of MJF. He was actually going to attack the guy's fiance and give her, the suplex, but we didn't see the Tiger Driver happen. Ospreay came to the rescue. But while he was there, he just shit on everything he could about the UK. So it's hard not to want to cheer for MJF. This asshole character is like, but we have the Statue of Liberty. So it's weird to want to boo him. I'm still I get what they're doing. He's Mr. USA walking into Wembley. So obviously he's the bad guy. They're going to cheer for the home guy, Ospreay. But being presented to the American audience in the meantime, making the USA guy be the bad guy is just kind of bizarre. I don't know. Doesn't feel great.
It just never made sense that he's the USA guy when they're trying to make him heel. It still doesn't make sense. I'll say it every week. It shouldn't be the USA belt. It should be the plain whole New Jersey shithole belt. And then everybody would boo him. But I think I don't know if they want him to be cheered. It's very confusing. Why is Tony Khan Man not using any of Danielson's footage from his matches with Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar or Triple H? Such a petty fucking man, no shocked. So obviously, like, we have another retard on Twitter, but
yeah,
you know,
never heard of rights or copyright. Yeah,
not just that, but also he is such a petty fucking man, no shocked. So
yeah,
didn't write that correctly.
Amazing English, yeah, fantastic.
Well, he does have glasses on though in the photo, so like I'm not, you know, he could be smarter than I'm assuming here off of this.
Well, you know what, Joe? Old friend of the show, Liz, the one that sent you the Funko Pop of yourself.
Oh, yeah.
She bought some Cody merch from WWE Shop recently, so she had tweeted out that she got it, and Cody actually replied. So that was really cool. Yeah,
that's
he said,
cool.
"Blow me."
Oh, man. That'd be
no,
so
really.
weird.
He replied to her with some emojis and stuff. It was pretty cool, but
did she? Well, I haven't talked to her in forever. I don't even know what her handles are, but I wonder if she knows he was on the show a while ago.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you think so?
Oh no, we've talked about it. Absolutely.
Oh, I don't know.
She's going to Bad Blood coming up in Georgia, so she was the one actually saying how expensive the tickets were. Her friend picked them up for her, but the front sections, not even in the front row, but like the lower sections, the last rows were going for $700. So WWE is currently in this high demand market, you know, per se, but also Ticketmaster sucks horribly. So they artificially inflate prices as well. So it's kind of a lose-lose battle. But tickets prices have been just ridiculous for WWE. As where you used to have like, hey, take, you know, a 4-pack for the family for $80. You're going to sit in the upper seats, but you'll have a good time. Now it's like, you know, hundreds of dollars for a ticket in the very back.
Wow. Well, I mean, since we're going to be in the UK, if MJF wants to get some real heat, he should just dress up like a Muslim. Like an immigrant.
Wouldn't be the worst thing for him to come out and Allah Akbar Osprey's ass, but
yeah, come out there and be like, with maybe like a big like hammer or something, and tell the fans he's gonna come to a town near them.
Oh, there you go, Joe. Why were the two towers sad?
They're Jewish.
No, because they ordered pepperoni, but all they got was plain.
Oh my God.
That's the kind of stuff we need from MJFs, that super delivery. But
that's right.
Instead, he's going around and saying, what the hell do you have
Cheney
to show me besides an old fucking clock? Love that man. He's so right.
Right.
And he went after Big Ben hard. So,
what'd be funny is if he went to the middle of England, like right in front of Big Ben almost, and he had a trench coat. And in the video, it's his backside. He looks at the camera and smirks, clutches the front of the coat, shows off his legs being there, and then he turns around and then flashes Big Ben
naked.
Yeah, but he's not really naked, but it makes it look like he really is. And he just flashed. He goes, I just showed Big Ben my big MJF. Whatever.
Exactly.
Let's go. I mean, I'm 12 at this point, with this shit. So
we still have no major announcement from Tony Khan, although it was imminent. Apparently not imminent enough.
No announcement from Tony Khan except for that there's going to be some announcement, but we don't know when, so who gives a fuck? Fuck you, Tony Khan. He just wasted all of our time.
When it does arrive, it will be the
Come on out, you rapist!
I like, though, that he's getting into the Vince McMahon style of promoting, though. The biggest announcement of all time or whatever. I mean, he probably means it, though, but hey, the Bep Jr., thank you, man. 40-something months here in a row as a member. Can you say that out there? Have you been a member for 45 months? If you are, you would have unlocked my wife's face and every other emoji there is to unlock. So get to it. Become a member by clicking the button down below. Unless you're on evil America China iPhone, in which case sometimes that's trouble for you. But And by the way, there's a cock boner right there. And that's gonna be on the Patreon. Let's wait on that, Jake. What about WWE? What have you?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. I don't know what if you saw all of Raw yet, but
No,
I did
not.
It was a damn good show again on Monday. They are really building strong to the Bash in Berlin. Braun Breaker and Sami Zayn just destroyed each other, and there was one spot towards the end where Breaker just chucks Sami Zayn directly into the timekeepers area.
Yes, that was awesome.
Waffled.
That's the only thing I saw was that match. That's the only thing I watched.
Well, that was one of the highest points of Raw for sure. So you glad you caught.
Well, it was the end of Raw too, right?
Exactly. That's what they used to close out the show, and it had that really big feel. And it also didn't be like, hey, there's a pinfall coming because we're going to commercial break kind of idea. It never had that like, oh, we necessarily need the fall now. Everything felt believable and built properly. So the way they had the escalation between the two and how far each one would go to retain or get the title back was really cool. And obviously we've got a, interesting reign to go forward. I mean, there's so many people that Braun Breaker can face and a lot of people out there for him to destroy. So Rhea Ripley cut a really the ex-scorned lover kind of promo in the beginning, and Dom and Liv she said she couldn't even hear what Dom was saying because the boos were so strong. So that's cool from the crowd. And we're getting a mixed tag match at Bash in Berlin. Excuse me. I'm just going to Bash at the Beach, but Bash in Berlin. Germany would be mad. No beach there. Don't mention Normandy. But we're going to get Liv and Dom taking on the Terror Twins there, Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. So that's going to be interesting. We've not seen an intergender match since what? I feel like Becky and Seth.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought it was Edge and his wife.
Oh, you know what? I think you're right. That's right. Him and Beth did something at one point recently too. So, yep, I think you're right.
In WWE, though, that was now 3 years ago, maybe 2 years.
Yeah, 3 years. Yeah, around that at least. And then we had Gunther and Orton. They had some great back and forth. And then all of a sudden Drew comes out and then Punk attacks him. And it's just this chaotic, awesome beat down. I mean, Punk whipped the hell out of Drew with that belt. So they're getting some form of a strap match. That's going to be great at the Bash. And I'm trying to think of what else. Bronson Reed destroyed the shit out of R-Truth. That was good. The New Day is actually kind of interesting right now. You really see Xavier Woods getting more and more agitated with Odyssey Jones, and he's bothered and jealous of their friendship. So that's intriguing. I don't know if it's going to be like he'll join the other guys' stable. What are they? The final will and testament of NXT, but it is interesting. I am intrigued. All the years we said turn the New Day against each other.
I wonder if they don't know. I wonder if they don't know and they're trying to figure out, all right, either this guy will be almost like the new member of the New Day or he'll turn on the New Day. One of those two. And they'll just wait and see what we think we want to do. Like if there's not a big reaction, like I don't know. I'm not sure.
I think they've kind of gauged some things already. I think they gauged the Bronson Reed attack last week and see how it would go. That's why I think they're building some of the other stuff too. I was surprised that we only got a videotape from the Wyatt Six. I know it's still like they don't want to overexpose them. It seems like from what social media is picking apart that the next one they're going after is Dakota Kai, which is interesting because she's injured. She has what I have, a torn meniscus and all that fun stuff. So she's going in for surgery and they said she'll be out for like 8 to 10 weeks. But when she was backstage opening some type of sponsored controller thing from Valorant, and you hear the Wyatt's theme, the Wyatt Six piano note playing over and over at the very end in the background. So people are thinking that that's kind of a clue as what's to come.
I have a question about this. Why? Who cares? Because what are they? So they just go around.
So now they're basically going after people that turn their backs on their family is what the story is. My interpretation. They went after Chad Gable because he turned heel and turned into this chauvinistic asshole. Okay. Damage go with the match eventually. I could see that just being so that they could do something with Nikki Cross because she's not wrestled yet. But
right,
I think I could see them doing some type of female driven story so they can showcase her next. I could see that happening.
Okay.
Because so far she's only jumped off the top rope and delivered some blockbuster VHSs.
Yeah. I'm not. I guess I'm not that into any of it yet. I'm not really I'm just not. I don't know. It's okay, but
There's a lot of up for interpretation stuff, so it's not as story driven as it could be. It has those elements to it to pick apart and a lot of Easter eggs, but still, it's not being directly spelled out yet. So I hope they have a little bit more of a planned future. It seems like they do. It seems like things are intentional so far and laid out pretty well. I feel like everything they've done has been a hit. If the first time it doesn't start to work, I'll be honest, but so far I've enjoyed it, so they haven't let me down yet.
Right. It's been all right. I'm just not that into it. But what I do, weird. I feel like Raw is it's got its best flow going in a while. But
yeah, I see that, and they really are trying to build up the other stars as well. Damian Priest is really being pushed as this big face, and obviously they have Seth and Punk and Drew, but they're making sure Rhea Ripley and Dominic and Liv, these people are being showcased in main event levels more often. So they're really making a lot of people feel must see, and that's important. That's one of the main things I think AEW is lacking. There's really not many things, like I said, that I care about or want to care about in AEW right now. And a funny thing, tonight they sold me more with the Jack Perry match coming up because it made sense. He wanted to kill Darby. That's good, but the rest of it is it's lacking. I don't care about Wheeler Yuta getting his ass whipped. It's just I don't care about Britt trying to come from the crowd and makes Mercedes look more foolish.
They ruined that whole thing, unfortunately. It's fine. She came out, but whoa.
Going on up in space.
Oh shit.
There's something going on up in this place. There's something weird kinda happening, strange kinda happening. Things are kinda happening. What the fuck is happening? Aliens, extraterrestrials. They gave me a shot. Nanotechnology. I'm not me. You're not you. I'm fucking crazy. Split personality. Scott McKinnon.
Allison Tuckwa.
Hi guys, drop by to give me some money. Can't wait till football game. Preseason, haven't watched wrestling. I'm going to. I got the volume down. Just come by to drop some money off.
Oh my God, like a bank stork. Allison Tuckwab. Unbelievable.
Just dropping off that care package.
And she just dropped Z-Pain off the top spot. Allison Tuckwab. Thank you, Allison.
She wanted to outdo Z-Pain.
I'm so ready for football, but not anymore. I was ready for football, is what I'm trying to say. Now I'm not. The Patriots, this is going to be maybe the worst season ever of the Patriots. Since the 70s.
Could be. Kind of has that feel to it. But Allison, thank you so much.
I don't want to watch football now. I just want to bet and hopefully. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bet on the Patriots every game and hope to win $1 million and then retire. That's what I'm going to do.
There you go.
That's
the way to do it.
There's no other reason. The Patriots look terrible in camp, and their quarterback's way behind, and they just got rid of Judon today, and he's they're just done. It's over before it started now. I'm done. So, Allison, good luck. I think you got a shot this year. I think you actually have a shot because the Patriots are going to piss themselves. We got a DEI coach at this point, a woke coach. Gerard Mayo just constantly bringing up weird woke shit, I feel like. What the fuck, bro? Would Bill Belichick would never do that. The offense don't look right at all. We're just done. We are fucking done, mark my words. And then Joe Milton will come in halfway through the season and be better, and then everybody will say, why didn't they just put him in? And Jacoby Brissett will break his wrist, and Drake May will be too far behind. And the Jets will do better. And the Patriots will be in the last place for the first time in a long time and have this miserable record. It's just not going to be good. Bring back. You could actually have someone say, bring back Brady and Belichick. for the season. Like, and I would actually, I believe people would actually say, like, you know what? Let's do that, because this does not look good. Not good.
Not at all. Speaking of not good, I don't know how I feel about I Am Greatness, Roman Reigns' new theme. So we kind of heard it. They've been playing like the WrestleMania cut for the 2 times that he's come out so far at SummerSlam and SmackDown, but they've released the official version today of his entrance theme, and it's that orchestral mix kind of his theme. Little less of the dropping, kind of like, you know, where he used to have that beat down moment for him to walk out.
Yeah.
Instead, that's really delayed, but it just sounds very mashed together. So I'm not a fan. Could be much better. It just sounds, like I said, like a total mashup of the old theme.
His real music should have gone off at SummerSlam. Like, I don't understand what they were thinking, but
yeah. So now they have this new, you know, kind of like I said, just mash
like
up.
A hybrid.
It's not good. Yeah. Unfortunately not. You know, they did this with Sheamus, and no one's happy with that change either. There's never really a rhyme or reason at times. You're like, oh, is it a rights deal? Well, no. Like, so you never know what they're thinking or what they're doing. But music department is crazy at this point in time, because they certainly can still put out some bangers every now and again, but it's few and far between.
Here's a little bit of some of that. Rhea Ripley's promo Monday night. Here's a little bit of this. Listen to this.
God awful. It was just really bad. It was just a really, really bad promo. And I don't like her promos really at all. I don't know, man. I don't know. Something's just off about them. Like, okay, so a lot of them are very formulaic. Like, you know where they're gonna go. Like, oh my god, I was making fun of this so much with the Becky and Rhea thing. Like, it was just back and forth catchphrase spamming. You might be the man, but I'm the mummy around here, and the mummy tells the man what to do. Every man has a mummy, and I'm your mummy. And, like, it was so formulaic, and she's still doing that. She's still doing that. She's still doing the, I'm Rhea bloody Ripley. And you know what? It's my like, it's very formulaic with the catchphrases. And it's very awkward, too, because she has a lot of long pauses and a lot of, like, you can clearly tell she's trying to, like, think on the spot of something to say.
So, I don't think Rhea Ripley's promos have gotten better. I think they slightly step backwards a little bit. So I
didn't hate it on Monday.
I don't hate it like I'm not angry like Luke is here, but I am disappointed, if that makes sense, that like she's not more like, I don't know, like
that man's not happy unless he's eating a Wawa's grinder. All right, so you know. Yeah, you can send anything to my Twitter. I can see it, but I just can't tweet and reply. But I can see it. Oh, speaking of which, somebody sent me an email, I told you a while back, being like, oh, I got somebody that works at Twitter. I can help. So apparently, I have it up for review again, so we'll see. But when my account got hacked all those many months ago, years ago, whatever point this time is, it was tweeting out sunglasses sales and the N-word, like nonstop. So you're either getting a link to buy sunglasses or I was calling you the N-word.
Oh my
but
God.
Because of people like you, goddammit, that then went and got suspended, the reply to your comment is there, but you can't like pull it up unless you have a link to it, because the reply, it's like a no longer active because your comment is now deleted, if that makes sense. So that happened like 7 or 8 times, I guess they said, all together. So I had cleaned up everything else on the Twitter, but those. So technically it was like I was still leaving some hate speech up on Twitter, even though it wasn't anywhere that could be seen. It was like leftover comments on people's accounts that are no longer active. So we deleted all those, and then I had to hit the resubmission thing. So hopefully I'll get that back, but my luck sucks.
Oh, yeah,
so
you told me this a couple weeks ago. Actually, I think your brain might be broken, but yeah.
It might be, but like, I'm still waiting. I don't think it's that bad. You know, it's like, hey, I'm only leaking out of one side, you know?
I thought that was funny because I thought I was about to find out some new information. You told me the same story from 2 weeks ago.
Nope. No new information. Just
That's
another
okay.
email telling me to hit resubmit. So
Cocksuckers. I can't get anything back, which I thought I would get it back. I thought Elon would fix my shit. But no, he hasn't fixed shit. Fucker.
nope.
Fucking
So,
Elon.
I haven't slept in days. I'm running off energy drinks. You're lucky I got this
You
going.
got to go to bed.
Nah, I got to be out at 4:30. So I'm up.
Kamala stole Trump's no taxes on tips.
I know. How crazy is that? I just can't wait for their debate.
I mean, this person helped literally take tips, make tips more taxed. And then they hired a bunch of IRS agents, but now she's going to take the tips. It's so weird, bro.
I want to
It's so
take your
weird.
money and then give it back to you so I can tax you again.
There's a Mount Etna. Is that really happening? Am I seeing people tweeting that this volcano is going off?
I've seen some of that. I also see that the monkeypox is apparently an issue now. I mean, like, what the whole world's going to shit.
Well, speaking of the whole world going to shit, in New York tonight, you're going to like this one. Pro-Palestine protesters storm the Democrat after-party event.
Oh, here we go.
Throw smoke bombs during the Kamala Harris campaign. So, I mean, you know what's funny is
Like, that's not set up by them.
these are all the people, too, that said that, the Trump people were going to do something dangerous. And it is, dude, it is going crazy. Watch this. We have the craziest fucking videos that we're about to show. Look at this. It's better than wrestling.
Cops are like, I don't get paid enough for this shit.
Yeah, they all getting paid by Soros or somebody. Look at the drums, the horns.
Yeah.
Absolute chaos here in New York. Look at the bicycle cops. He looks like RoboCop with that helmet.
Sergeant Nelson brings out his handcuffs. He's going to go ahead and use his bike, and it's an offensive weapon, Joe.
Bike is a euphemism for penis. God, there's nothing worse than those bike horns. Hinky, 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 hinky. Bro, I heard those at camp.
Pull over. Pull over.
What is that? Make it stop. Just chaos. Smoke bombs. They eat their own. I love it. Fuck around and find out. That's what the cops just said. Look at the smoke bombs.
That
Holy
man tried
shit.
to escape through that window, Joe. He was not thrown through. He was getting the hell out of there.
He was just trying to jump through the window, yeah. Look at that tiny Italian cop. That guy, oh, fucking look like a meatball. That might be like JD's uncle right there. Look at how tiny he is compared to the other cops and people and everybody.
Yeah. It's got to be his uncle because JD's raiding. You know he's not out there.
Oh, my God. Oh, look at this. You can't breathe. It's tense everywhere. Look at that cop. Looks like a mozzarella. Then look at them. Then it continues.
Oh, the accents. The fuck you say?
Wow, look at this cop. He was determined to go get this guy. Like, I would not recommend chasing. Like, that can't be part of the procedure when, like, this to chase. Like, look at, see this guy?
Oh, you got to scroll down a little bit more.
Oh,
Sorry,
do
so
I?
it's
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
But it
Oh, there
can't
we
be part of the police, like, to chase a guy who flips your cap up.
Yeah.
So the cop snatches him, and then he gets up and runs into the crowd of them. Like, that can't,
Yeah.
like, you would think, stay in the line. No, stay in line. Like,
No, he's pissed. He's
maybe
got a
someone
vendetta
spit.
against someone. Let's see. He's got the whistle.
oh, no, I can't tell what someone did to him that set him off. Because that, as a cop, you don't want to get up and run.
No.
Like, I get it. Like, you know what I mean? You get angry.
Adrenaline's going. Yeah, he might be pissed.
But yeah, that's why you got to be, as a cop, you got to be, like, hinged. It can't be like someone who'll jump up and run. Because I don't think that's part of the procedure.
That's my uncle. You know, that's why he had to stop working because of the PTSD. Shit happens.
He starts beating people. Let's see if we see what happens. I don't see
No,
what
he's just
happens.
pulling his gun out in the bank all the time.
I don't know. See, like, the other cops have got to be like, no, Dave, don't go. No, what are you doing? Like, don't go after him. He fucking
No, they're ready to
flicked-
follow him with their tasers. Are you kidding me? They're excited.
He called my mom a mozzarella. I know, but you got to get back here,
The
man.
fuck you say?
I mean, he looks like fucking. It's like the Bruins going into the crowd in the New York. The Rangers. I mean, I thought that was going to be better. I thought we were going to see like brawls and people being like, you know,
I was waiting for it.
tossed around. It's getting maybe this is just the start. You know, this is like the beginning of it. it's about to go off. So maybe we'll get better.
True.
But they actually got a decent rating, but like I'm looking at the ratings last night for NXT because that was. Did you watch NXT last night?
Yes, it was pretty good. The main event was excellent.
I thought it was. So I watched some of it, but like I just don't. I didn't watch it enough to really give a good opinion of what I saw. The Joe Hendry promo and a couple other things.
I'm excited that they're using him. Next week you got the triple threat. So you got Joe Hendry, Wesley, and Pete Dunne. So 2 heels against Hendry and triple threat for a title shot at the NXT Championship at No Mercy. So that's going to be good. Then we got the women's gauntlet match.
Oh, real quick, Jake, before you get off Joe Hendry. I just wanted to say that what's his face? The other guy. The AEW guy. Can't remember his name.
Which one? There's quite a few.
The guy that he was cutting the promo with as the champion.
Swerve?
No, in NXT. The guy who was in AEW and now in NXT.
Ethan Page. I got what you're saying. Yes.
Oh my God.
Right.
So
I thought you meant still in AEW. I wasn't tracking what you were saying. Oh yeah.
We watched the best. We watched the best thing that I've ever seen Ethan Page do the other night when he cut the promo that he cut on Hendry.
He not only had an awesome opening by walking out from backstage. I love when they do that now. It's just a cool shot. And not only did they also post on Instagram behind the scene photos of SummerSlam, so they just showed the stars either training or preparing somehow, whatever, getting stuff done and ready. And it's you just didn't see those things when Vince was around. He never wanted to pull the curtain back, and now Triple H is constantly showing you the gorilla position. So it's just kind of a dichotomy between the two. It's interesting, but so far I like what they've done. See, everybody in the chat knew what you were talking about. I'm just an idiot, but they followed you. See, my brain turned into soup, not theirs.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Ethan Page. I love the walkout they do where after he mouths off and NX me, they follow him from backstage. He comes out. He cut that really good promo. Joe Hendry appears, and then they go into it at each other. And Page is he's great on the mic. I wanted him to do more in AEW. That was the problem. They used him once, barely, and that was only for the hometown pop. And from there, it was you guys are missing out. And he's done great in NXT. He's elevated everyone he's worked with. He's good on the mic. He's a believable heel. Just what they need.
Yeah, no, he was really good in this sort of real estate broker heel guy looking thing. It was so much better. In AEW, he seemed like a small fish who was good enough, but probably nothing's going to happen. And in NXT, he feels like a bigger deal, which is super important, and he's cutting promos, which he's always good at, but never anything that really stuck out. But he's nailing it so much that it's really good to me. He's right now he's a 7 out of 10 in NXT, where in AEW he's a 4 out of 10 or something. I don't know.
Yeah. And he could have been more. I would even give him maybe closer to an 8 at this point.
I'm sure he really is,
really,
but
really
I want more. I have more expectation. I want to see more. But yes, as a heel, he's doing really good. He did really good the other night. That was perfect.
Absolutely. We have the women's gauntlet match. So whoever wins this gets a title shot at No Mercy against the women's champion. So that's going to be good. Ren Sinclair, Adriana Rizzo, Sol Ruca, Jada Parker, my girl, Kendall Gray, and Carmen Petrovic. So that's going to be a hell of a match. Then we got Hank Walker and Tank Ledger taking on Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. So that's going to be the the old formed club, whatever the hell you want to call them at this point. And Lola Vice is taking on Wendy Chu. NXT this week, though, I was shocked, honestly, that the tag team titles were changing hands. I really the story has been very good, but they shocked me last week. Essentially, I bought it hook, line, and sinker. Here they bring back everybody. The Rascals reunite, and we're like, oh my God, this is great. You get that feel good moment for a few weeks. Then they get the tag team title shot. So MSK is going to get the belts and never really lost. And then they made Axiom and Nathan Frazier look like they were splitting as well. Axiom wasn't around, and Nathan Frazier couldn't find his partner. So they really made you think, oh, the titles are definitely changing hands tonight. and they lost clean. And then they're in the ring, consoling each other, being like, "Don't worry, we will get those titles." And Wesley just, he turns, and it was so heart-wrenching. But it's a great story, and he's also now involved in the main event. But they can have a match at the next whatever big thing that happens. So,
yeah,
I thought it's been damn good on that side.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that Chase U won the titles, when I didn't think that. After you saw MSK not beat the guys last week, I was like, oh, they're not going to lose it at least till, what is it? No Mercy.
Mm-hmm.
And they lost. Chase U had this amazing match. And, it's like, goddamn, I was very happy for them. And they got 617,000 viewers last night. That's up from 531,000 the week before that aired on Sci-Fi. No Olympics to go up against, so I'm curious what AEW gets tonight. But yeah, I mean, it was just a really great match. I loved the main event, and I'm trying to think if there was Obafemi versus Otis was pretty fun too. So
617,000 for NXT.
Yeah, for NXT.
That's kind of low for them, to be honest. That's a little low.
They've been in the 670 in that range, so. I didn't expect much, especially coming off of Sci-Fi, but the way next week is being built so big, I think they'll be okay.
Right.
As far as the rest of the ratings go, Collision fell off a cliff at 370,000 viewers. The previous one had 189,000 viewers, so this is an improvement because that was on SummerSlam Saturday, and it was airing from, I think, like 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern. So they went like way before SummerSlam started. Last year they were at 476,000. So 370, not where they want to be, but certainly not the worst they've had either.
Mm-hmm.
And then for Raw this week, we got Sheamus taking on Pete Dunne, and then Pete Dunne's going to be in NXT the following night for that triple threat. You've got the New Day and Odyssey Jones taking on the Final Testament of AOP and Karrion Kross. So do we see Woods turn finally? That'll be interesting. We're going to hear from the Wyatt Six. And then Alba Fire and Isla Dawn are taking on Damage Control and whatever the hell they're calling Shayna Baszler's new team. It's like pure
Butch Dogs.
That's a better name than what they gave them. That's for sure. They're like pure adrenaline. I forget now. It's something ridiculous.
Pure adrenaline junkie.
Yeah, it's
what
really
the fuck?
bad.
It sounds like a bad energy
Someone
drink.
in the chat will remember exactly what it is. It's pure something, and just pure cringe is more like it. They've not worked well, but at least they're giving the women something to do with the tag titles. Hey, c'est la vie. So far, with everything that happened, we have Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest, like I said, taking on Liv Morgan and Dom. Cody Rhodes against Kevin Owens, and then Gunther taking on Randy Orton, defending his World Heavyweight Championship. So those are the three matches we have at the Bash. That'll happen August 31st, so we're 2 weeks away still. And Kelly actually said she wants to come back part-time.
And have sex with Triple H.
Hey, does anyone give a shit?
Hey, she wants to have sex with Triple H. Let's be honest. That's what's happening.
There we go. Willie got it. Pure Fusion Collection, I think, or Collective. Collective. There we go. Pure Fusion Collective. Spaz got it too. Yeah, just a terrible name. I mean, what the hell is that?
I don't know what the. I mean, that's obviously like they're in the back.
That's like the Viking Odyssey, you know.
She's like, well, here's the thing, Triple H. Like, I got this idea for this name, and this is what it's called, and someone said yes. Like it's the once in a while WWE does the same thing AEW does all the time, and Tony Khan does all the time. They throw them a bone. Listen, you've been here a long time. You've been doing everything we ask. Okay, you want to come up with this group, and you got this name. Okay, three ladies in a period. Okay, like you know what? Go for it. Let's do it. And that's what that is, I believe, which is fine, but it usually doesn't work out. Because they think it's cool, it's not.
No, and while we're discussing the women's, roster, Ronda Rousey, whoever is never not putting her foot in her mouth with the WWE faithfuls.
Chat party.
Oh.
For anyone who's been watching The State of Wrestling with me and Jake, a special treat. Next week we're doing a totally fair preview of AEW All In. Everyone who like French people in a river.
Well.
All right, there we go.
Spaz Phoenix, thank you for the $10 Canadian.
He's going to kidnap me.
Well,
unless somebody else tries to jump out a window or die here, you never know. But my wife decided to walk into a door and make her concussion better, so now her eyes are bruised. And
oh my God, she did the
she
Goldberg.
She went ahead and one of the doors at work was never locked, and it's like a half door. So when you kind of like it's to like an office room, and she went ahead and just totally like foot into it and into the post. Yeah, so nose, eyes, all of it. Just that's great for the concussion. Kid's been in the hospital. I'm supposed to be having surgery at 8 a.m. tomorrow. They called me from the surgery center. They're like, we'll see you then. And then 30 minutes goes by. The insurance calls me. They're like, we canceled your surgery, by the way. We're not going to pay for it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Classic.
So it's been a day.
Classic.
I was trying to get cut up and fixed, but
well, because it's not like an important. They're like, oh, it's not an emergency thing.
No, they said the damage is too severe in my knee, so they want them to do the full replacement, not the repair.
Oh, okay.
And they don't want to do that because I'm still young, and that's a pain in the ass.
Yep.
Yeah, so they were going to fix my meniscus and ACL and all that fun shit, but not anymore.
I still haven't seen a doctor. I don't even know. I'm probably going to be like, you've had cancer for like 3 years.
You just have mild Asperger's. Besides that, you're fine.
Yeah, go back.
I swear I'm autistic.
Really?
I mean, after all this point, it would make perfect sense, wouldn't it?
No, I don't know about autistic.
Terrible.
Maybe like...
Maybe. I mean, it would explain a lot.
Like what? You're afraid of fireworks or something?
No. All the times I used to bash my head into the wall. I mean, something's got to add up, right?
My youngest does that. He shake when he goes to bed. He bashes his head around. It's weird.
I used to do that as a kid as well. Crib, you used to have pictures of me as a baby with bruises on my head. See? It's funny.
Yeah, so maybe he is too.
Yeah, see?
I mean,
at least
his
I got the robot cock. I mean, I can deal with that.
Dude, his sister's always like, he's autistic or something. Because he does. He's like, and he is the one that has the learning trouble. But I mean,
I just say it to piss Danny off, and it's hilarious, because she's like, if you're autistic, then I am, and I hate you for it. Just like the teasers incessantly. But look at Mike. He's saying, I fixed my meniscus and ACL on both knees, shredded them playing indoor soccer. I didn't play soccer. I just was fucking fat. I was super huge. And being 630 pounds, all that pressure. Yeah. And it was all bone on bone from the arthritis to begin with. So I created these sharp razor-like bone spurs that severed my tendons in half. Oh, shit. So they were going to go and fix and clean all that up tomorrow, but not anymore. But thank you, Spaz. Yeah, we definitely have to make a laughing case of All In. If this is what we're getting, seems like it. That's pretty much all said and done. We had 7 matches announced beforehand, so we're going to get the triple threat for the tag titles.
Yeah, it's
seems
too bad.
Like that's all but said.
I kept thinking it was this week, so I'm like looking forward to like, all right, but then like, oh wait, see, this is really the dead week. Next week is the week. Next Wednesday night will be a big night because it's like all this stuff's going to be going on then. But right now it's like, oh yeah, this is the week. And then except for when Tony Khan fakes us all out and says, oh, it's imminent. Here comes the announcement. You're like, oh, wow, he's doing this because the show's tonight. I mean.
Yeah, because you have NXT, WWE, and TNA, I believe, all in the same weekend at the end of the month. So,
yeah,
it's like Emergence and then Bad Blood and Bash in Berlin, I think, is all that same weekend.
A lot of bees.
A lot to remember. How much fish could Bobby Fish fish?
If Bobby Fish wasn't a bitch.
Could fry fish. Yeah, tell me when I'm telling lies. He was the one that I just never cared for. And it's kind of funny that he floundered out. The fish floundered. But it was his interaction with CM Punk that sealed his fate in AEW, unfortunately.
Right. I don't think there's a Vince McMahon health concern. I don't know if you've seen that.
I saw the headline. I didn't check to see the details.
It's just sort of like, there's a rumor. This is from what I know, this is a complete rumor. But according to Linda McMahon, there's a rumor. She said that his health is deteriorating, which is believable based on maybe. I guess I don't know that it's hard to say. He's like Vince is a weird dude. Like last time we saw him, I mean, I feel like Trump is in better condition than Joe Biden and Vince McMahon, but Vince McMahon's in better condition than Joe Biden. So I would say Vince is like in the middle of Trump and Biden when we're comparing old people's fucking falling apart. You know, I don't. So like and we haven't seen Vince in like a year. So about a year and a half. So how do we? I don't know. We don't know. But if that's true, I mean, that's too bad. And do you think this announcement is going to be just the TV deal, or do you think it's going to be Shane McMahon, or do you think it's going to be Shane McMahon and he has something to say about the TV deal, and it's like they're announcing he's the new president or something?
I think they're saving Shane for All In. I really think that's when he's going to appear. They want to make headlines, so they're going to do it that way. I almost wish we didn't see the photo of him and Tony because it really would have added to the surprise factor. Now it feels more like a foregone conclusion or expectation, like people are just waiting for him versus not knowing and being, holy shit. Like the night Shane returned, I had no clue. You hadn't, like it had not been discussed. It had not been in the news cycle.
Right.
No one was saying Shane was coming. All we saw, like the day of, suddenly they put out this tweet.
Ooh.
To Jake for constantly giving a big F you to the Grim Reaper. Glad you are still around.
There you go.
Thank you, buddy. All those damn pills I took still couldn't kill me. They're trying, but
Spectral Citizen.
can't take me down. Thank you, Spectral. Much love, baby. Yeah, they sent out that tweet that said Vince was going to hand out an award to his daughter.
Oh,
for the, like, remember it was like the grandfather, Vincent, senior award for excellence or some bullshit. So she goes out there and she goes to give the speech, and then here comes the money, and it was just, that was a good one.
You know what helped with that was the fact that everybody thought like, what? That's so stupid. Like,
exactly.
Why are we doing
ripping
this?
Pissed because it's like, why is he giving her an award on the show to open Raw? And it had been so many just piss poor Raws.
Bad Raws. You're like, this is
and
what
that
they're
thing
doing.
Turned so convoluted fast. There was a lockbox that Shane had that we never heard again about that had some type of dirty info on his father.
Well, now we know what it was.
We know now. Of course, he knew about Janelle and the shitting and the.
Uh-huh.
You think Shane tag teamed with his father?
Oh my God, that would be really funny.
Is that why he likes water sports?
Yep. With
I wonder. That's why he's always overseas in Japan.
Even Pat Patterson photos. And then it'd be funny if he pointed at the picture and goes, who do you think that woman is that's being, and we're on TV, Dad, but who do you think the rear end is who that belongs to? And then Vince goes, I don't know, Kelly. And then he goes, no, Dad, you know that's Pat Patterson. Like, I don't know. I don't know. They could be really sick about it. But no, we never found out anything. But no, that's why I think people pop so bad because number one, oh my God, Shane's back. It's been forever. And then number two, oh wow, it went from like groans and oh boy, this is so boring and why are we doing this to like just elation all of a sudden. Like that, this makes a lot of sense now.
I'm dying at PM Eject because he's like, here comes the currency will be his new theme. Yeah, they got to do some little knockoff.
Right.
He can't be the CEO,
No, no.
She was a legit boss and she got, promoted to the CEO. So
here comes the Monet. No, we made it already. I got the song somewhere. I forget.
Janelle Grant gave me AIDS.
Oh.
I mean, I had AIDS and they were great. Those people helped me out all the time.
No, that's not it. Where is it? We got it somewhere. No.
That's not it.
No, we got the money one somewhere. Where is it? No, it's not the balloons. No, we got it somewhere.
You're in the wrong playlist. You got to look up the Shit Frenzy.
Oh, here it is. I got it right here.
Shit Frenzy, yeah.
Comes the money. The money's here. Here comes the money, baby. I'm rich, wrestling royalty. Bow down to me. Money, you're lacking in the bank. You in the tank, let me lift all of your bank. Here comes the money. Here comes the money. Money buys talent and talent is wealth. Here I come, better get ready, cause I don't need no help. I got money, stacks on stacks. Here I come, I got money and I'm back. Money. Y'all into ruble for sure. Money, and I'm here to endure. Here comes the money. Here comes the money. Here comes the money.
We got Shane already. We just AI did that in 30 seconds. I mean, it was crazy. But yeah, something like that. Here comes the coin. Here comes the coin. Coin in my pocket.
Goddamn.
I don't know.
Penta says he's focused on AEW. That's his present. No more gossip. Telling everybody to stop posting fake news that he's not going to WWE, but still feels like bullshit. I'll tell you that much.
Don't be
Yeah, but he couldn't be Penta. He'd have to be like, something just real dark.
He'd have to be, you know what he should be called? He can't be because Damian Priest. Fuck. I was going to say, what's the word? Isn't it what's the word in Spanish for priest? Like, it's like, oh God, what is it? Fucking
Priesta?
Priesta? no, like it's like,
It's Priesta.
It's
you got to roll your R's too. Priesta.
No,
Yeah,
it's something else.
See, I got it.
Padre. Yeah, that's what it is. Padre. Like Sir
Fuck my ass, I was close.
What's the he'll be El Padre. Or something even crazier than that. Like, hold on. What could he be? It's gonna be something dark because he's got like kind of a dark, grim, that gothy kind of dark Mexican. I can't think of the word that I want to use, but
they already have a Fuego del Sol in AEW.
No, hold on. Blood Priest. What's Blood Priest? So
Blude Pade.
Sacerdote de Sangre. Blood Priest. Like something like that. Like
King
something
Fuego
like that.
and Rey Fuego. Yeah, they would have that, but they would need something better.
Padre. Sangria Padre. Or
it was like Penta Dark or Penta. So you need to do something.
Epico Padre.
What's black in Spanish? Do something like with
Blanco.
Penta with black. So like
Well,
Prince,
that's
Prince Black in
you can't be
Spanish.
that. It's negro.
Joe, we're still on the air. Like,
well, no, that's the word for black is negro in black. Or negra.
You cannot talk with hate speech on the air.
It's a Spanish word for black. What the fuck?
You're generalizing people again. You're going to get us in trouble.
What the fuck am I doing?
Just forget it. Move on. Never mind. So did you hear that the Judgment Day is in for a makeover?
Me encantan las cosas negras.
Don't.
It's a Spanish word for I'm sorry.
I just didn't want to get canceled again.
Muerto Padre. Moreno Padre. Tu madre es padre. Your mother, tu madre es padre. How about that? That's the name
What
of
are
the
they going to
wrestler.
call the Judgment Day? Because they're getting a new name, so even better.
Yo
Can't
soy
have, like-
tu madre.
What's another good?
Oh my God, Jake, that's it. He should be Yo soy tu papi. That's what he should be in WWE. If he goes to WWE, he should be Yo soy tu papi. Like, here comes Yo soy tu papi. From the top rope to Papi nails him. Yo soy tu papi. Like, he could be I'm your father. I'm your daddy. I'm your daddy. I don't know. He could do so much.
There's a lot you could do with it. I don't know, but Judgment Day needs a new name. I was going to go like with the Adjudication Afternoon, or like the
Yep.
What else could we do? Like the Verdict Evening, or the Saturday Conclusion. I'm sure they could think of something better.
Yo
but, like,
soy tu gringo.
the
That's
Final
what I mean.
Decision. We already got the Final Testament, so that doesn't work. Final Solution. No, that doesn't sound good either.
How about Daddy's Home? That's another good one.
There you go.
Poppy.
And then
Oh,
they
no,
get
that's-
Edge back.
No, that's
They
the
gotta
finisher.
have a seance and bring Edge back
Uh-huh.
to the new Judgment Day, to Daddy's home. I
Papi
like
en
it.
casa.
That's what it's about. They got to bring Daddy home because he's not allowed to pencil dive up any more cages.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And la esposa de Edge es una punta. Like, there we go. That could be
What'd
another.
you call me?
Well, I was trying to think of names for like Edge and his wife if they were a tag team.
Oh, I thought you were having a stroke at first. Jesus.
No, like they come down like and do the how Howard Finkel, Los esposa de Edge es una punta.
They should put Beth in a fire suit. And then when Edge comes up with the fire, he accidentally bumps into her and she catches on fire and she rolls down the whole ramp on fire. And he's got to jump on her with a fire blanket to put her out. And then she's all charred like the Fiend. They could do a lot with that. And then she can walk through like a magic portal at WrestleMania 2 and be fixed.
Beth es una prostituta con cara de gato. I mean, I'm just thinking of things now. I don't know.
All right.
So I don't know.
Sure you're not having a stroke?
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
You smell burnt toast?
Es blanco gringo.
And they're really selling this Jacob Fatu injury because now they're saying that the tag champs is whoever the fuck Solo Sikoa says they are. They're going to do, forget the Freebirds. It's a new bloodline rule. So whoever they want to defend the tag titles, whoever's healthy enough to can. So Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, now the tag team champions, I guess, until Fatu is healthy. Some people were saying that the injury is very minor but legitimate. Other people are saying he's just continually selling the attack, so he's not there for Roman. Again, so much back and forth, a lot of discrepancy. You know, Meltzer saying one thing, the other side saying other. So don't know who to believe. But either way, if he is legitimately hurt, hopefully he's back quick. People did see him in a walking boot. That doesn't mean much.
Whoa, somebody's saying that Swerve, I think, in the chat is saying that AAA needs an announcer.
Yes, they need a commentator.
Oh, my God. Are you serious?
I mean, that's got you written on it all day. I'm already getting you practicing.
Wow. Listen, are you serious, Swerve? You telling me that I got to get over to Mexico? Oh, Dios mío, está roto. 1, 2, 3, se acabaron. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness, se acabó. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, El Gana.
They're looking for somebody that can commentate over their star, their one, the only, King Taco, and how he's about to have his mask removed.
Oh, no.
By the evil luchadors.
My
El
God.
Habanero. El Habanero.
El Habanero. Oh, my God.
El Habanero and Little Chili.
Here he comes. Esta es una taco de la gloria. Esto es lucha libre.
See, and Little Chili is a mighty midget, and they allow El, it's
El Taco.
Yeah, well, that's who he's attacking, and it's just like so. But they do a little spicy. They throw him at him, like a lawn dart, and just they chuck that damn Little Chili. He loves it. King Taco though, he's gonna be demasked soon enough.
Cabo
That's quite
Todo.
the threat.
Dude, Senor Joe Cronin Lopez, Senor Gringo, at ringside. Like I just start doing Spanglish. Like I just like.
If we were funny, we would have had a Taco Bell commercial queued up right there. When that ever happened last week, I've seen so many great edits of that. I mean, you just see Jack Perry standing there. It's like, what would you give? And then it's just a burrito commercial pops on. So bad. I know the East Coast saw that. The West Coast didn't, but I totally forgot to tell you as well. So we have a actual time frame of John Cena's farewell tour. He said Peacemaker will take him to the end of 2024, so you won't see him at all this year. From January till December, John Cena has 36 scheduled dates around the world to pay thanks and gratitude to the WWE audience around the world. So he's going to be there starting at the Royal Rumble. So that's where we're going to see John Cena first do this kickoff farewell retirement tour.
Make him number one and make him get like eliminated almost last. That'd be...
So it's going to be his last WrestleMania, but WrestleMania will not be his last day. Everyone's thinking that he's retiring at Mania, but he's not. He's going to retire December at the end of 2025. So he's going all the way through till the end of the year.
Right. We've been thrown off. I immediately was
we
thrown
were
off
all
of that.
confused by what they initially announced. So now it's definitive. We know he'll be there the entire year, and they have him for 36 dates. So out of 52 weeks, it's not often you're going to see him on Raw and SmackDown. Probably so close to once a week. We're going to get Cena. It seems like from the Rumble on.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool.
Unless those are house show dates too that they're counting. I don't know, but it says around the world they're doing shows overseas and other tours. So Braun mentioned Cena in an interview last week and said the only title that he hasn't won is the IC title. So yeah, I mean Sheamus and Cena triple threat at Mania. I mean, my God, but seems like day one could be the retirement, something close to that. Yeah, I think Chief Wahoo's onto something. But all in all, it's kind of cool that we know this ahead of time, but they can do a lot with this. So I think he's going to put over a lot of people going out, and hopefully it'll just be entertaining. It's funny how the tide turned on Cena. You know, after a certain point, you couldn't boo against him anymore, and he that was when he really put in the work rate with the U.S. title. And he was putting over the mid card and making people like Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn seem like legitimate challengers and stars. And he worked with a lot of people. He put over Kevin Owens right away. I mean, Owens beat him, and I was the first person to do that at a debut. It was nuts. He was the NXT champion still.
Kind of like I hated Cena, and then before you knew it, I was like, all right.
You just couldn't help but respect his work ethic and cheer what he was doing. And then he was consistently cutting these fourth wall breaking, but ripping apart your soul promos. I mean, he tore down The Miz. He destroyed Roman Reigns multiple times. This is how you cut a promo, kid. Like he belittled Roman in front of us. He all but pulled down his pants and spanked him the first time they faced off. Cena just turned the tide. He kind of knew that he was not a joke, but in the sense of like he was never going to turn heel. He knew that the Make-A-Wish was too important to him. And he told Chris Van Fishfillet, whatever, that he was going to go ahead and turn heel when they had the whole, embrace the hate thing going on. They had different shirts made. He was getting different music. He was going heel. And then he just couldn't go through with it because of the Make-A-Wish. And I can't argue with him making dying children happy. So, hey, let's see what happens. But I think he definitely earned his goated status in the fans' eyes. No doubt it was also about how he was being booked. He was no longer being presented as the infallible, undefeatable Super Cena monster that destroyed so many other people's careers up to that point, a la the Nexus and Randy Orton and Edge. And I mean, it took a Big Show in a spotlight to take him out at one point. So I am, he went after the Usos with the mugshot line. That was, I mean, Cena was just, crazy as it sounds, he was popping off. He was one insult after another. He was entertaining. I can't help but feel that he worked his way into the fans' hearts. He really did.
Yeah, I mean, just nobody else could cut promos. And it was like listening to his promos, it was like, well, this guy still knows how to like cut promos. Like, so he makes them very likable.
He made Rusev look great.
Yeah. Yep. And it was like,
so
he's
many
a pro.
People that he put over at that time. It was just star after star, essentially, for a while.
And everybody else is gone, and it was all over, man. And speaking of all over, we're all over because we got to get out of here.
Yes,
Jake,
indeed.
Is there anything else you want to mention? I guess before we.
That my last bit of news I had is that Netflix announced that seasons 1 and 2 of Heels will be released September 15th. So that's Stephen Amell, the drama about wrestling. It's a really good show. CM Punk even guest starred in it, and even AJ, his wife AJ, did for a while. So they were recurring characters.
That was really behind the paywall, right? For a while.
That was on Stars forever.
Okay.
Because it aired on Stars, and now it's going to be all on Netflix. So it'd be cool that if anybody didn't catch that yet, go ahead and watch it. It's worth your time.
Really?
And we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's an excellent series. And next week's the go home for All In, right? So we'll see what happens next week with AEW.
We'll have All In predictions and
yes, indeed,
do a little show next week as well. And yeah, man, thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you to everybody. Allison Tuckwab, it looks like, is going to take home that top spot, but before her, Spaz Phoenix, man, thank you for that. Spaz Phoenix for the dono. You can hear him and Jake Spectral Citizen, and the Bep Jr. became a member, and then Z Payne started the night off with $40. So thank you to Z Payne. And then it looks like Allison eclipsed him a little bit later. If you guys are in the chat, man, we could use a like on this video. So drop a like. And Jake, hit me up on Messenger, Sexy Pants. I'll talk to you.
Absolutely. We'll see you all soon. We'll talk to you later.
Now get
Everybody
that
stay
banana.
sexy.
Get that banana off. Oh.
Yeah, baby.
Good night, baby. Jake DeMarco. Unbelievable. I had a blast. Not a ton of wrestling news to really lick up to me, and I think AEW did all right, but, they did. It's just like, and you hope for an announcement either after, before, or what's going on. I am shocked. I don't really care that much because I don't care. I'll wait. Fine. There's no announcement. It'll be next week. It'll be the week after, whatever. But I just think there's a lot of fans out there that were kind of pissed off because they were like, hey, this guy was like an eminent, it's coming. Well, does that mean tonight, And it just feels like some people were a bit trolled on that, and they were not happy. I mean, my DMs were filling up, and constantly I was being messaged like, they better announce it. They better announce it. We're looking like for and like people really wanted it announced. So they didn't do that. So I see that there's a lot of frustration out there because of the ill timing of the tease, basically the big tease that something's going to be being announced. Whether that people even like the announcement or not, you might not even like it whatsoever, but just the idea of that tease, was a lot of people are very bored, I think, is what it is. And people are so bored that they're like, ooh, something announcement. Because, and then, they didn't feed me anything. So now people are like, I'm pissed. So I can see that, but too many announcements, and too many announcements about announcements. And I think that is a friggin' problem that they have big time at this point. Anyway, thank you guys for stopping by. I guess we're done here. And thanks for listening. Thank you so much. Everybody tuned in last night, all week long. And we'll be potentially live Saturday night. Maybe Saturday night. All right, boys and girls, children of all ages. But we hope you're over 18 if you're watching this show. But, people do what they do. They'll do what they do. All right, let's go out to the China song. We'll see you guys later. It's on Patreon. You can download it.
I've been waiting my whole life for the USA to beat China in the Olympic Games. Please do it, boys, please do it. Because Chinese people eat dogs.
Become a patron on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Like Shaz just did. Use the donation link pinned to the top of the chat if you want to donate to the show, or super chat if you want to super chat. But leave a like either way and sub if you're new. Get hard. We'll see you next time.
Fucking dogs. They started COVID. They cannot drive. They got tiny eyes and they are yellow. Go USA, beat China. Go, go USA, please.
And happy birthday, D. Wells!
Go. Chinese people
and Z Payne and Crystal Emerson.
Chinese people eat dogs. So we can't lose to them because they eat fucking dogs. They started COVID. They cannot drive. They got tiny eyes and they are yellow. Go USA, beat China. Go, go USA, please. Bring us home the gold. Chinese people eat dogs. Chinese people eat dogs. So we can't lose to them because they eat fucking dogs. Chinese people eat dogs. Chinese people eat dogs. People eat dogs. So we can't lose to them because they eat fucking dogs. started COVID, they cannot drive. They got tiny eyes and they are yellow. Go USA, beat China. Go, go USA, please. Bring us home to go. Chinese people eat dogs. Chinese people eat dogs. So we can't lose to them, 'cause they eat